Hello. Okay, it says I am live. I don't know that I am, but hello everyone. I have my coffee. I did some fun stuff to it. I put some cinnamon on it and some whipped cream, so it's extra tasty this morning. Let's see if I did manage to get... Okay, can y'all hear me? I'm gonna take that as a yes. I see everyone. Yay, hello. Well, let me go ahead and start off with the question, how are you guys doing on your NaNoWriMo goals? Because I'm not doing great. Oh my gosh. I still have just over 8,000 words. I knew I wasn't going to get much yesterday because we were going to be traveling and it was the last day in the parks. But I just really didn't do much of anything. I got a little bit during Emily's sprint, and that was it. So hopefully you guys are doing better than me. Let me see. Yeah, same Ian. I feel very far behind. And Emma, oh my gosh, no. Okay, we have some good news. Look at this. Mackenzie is at 10,000. Yes. Oh my gosh, and Mary, look at that. Behind, but now I'll hit my first reward goal of 5,000 today. Woo! That's awesome. Look at all these people. Yes, okay, you guys are going to inspire me today to catch up. Because I need all the help I can get. Let's see. Also, I did see some of y'all sharing your NaNoWriMo usernames if you guys want to keep doing that. Totally cool with finding friends. Regina Duke, congratulations on the 13,000. Also get to pick up my pepperoni Duke today, and I'm very excited. We have been away from each other for far too long. Oh my gosh, look at that. I was at 15,000 this morning, but I have no idea where I am right now. That's incredible though. Holy crap. What? There you go. Look at that. Abigail, yes. Okay, so I am having so much trouble. I hate saying this because I love NaNoWriMo, but their website, and I know it's just because there's so many users, but it has been struggling for me. I don't know if y'all have had the same thing, but so they finally did log all the badges and stuff, but then I had the other day where it's like I couldn't add anyone, so I've had twice where I've tried to go by and add people on the site and it just doesn't allow me to add anyone. So like telling me that there's an error. I don't know. So I'm a little bit bummed, but hopefully if you guys are able to add people, I will get there eventually. Yeah. It's a bummer. And also because then I'm the kind of person that like with website stuff takes defeat pretty easily. So then I just like go away from it and I don't try again for a while. So I'm sure that's also part of the problem. I should, you know, try and keep at it, but I just like, it's fine. Let's see. Bellissimo says, I'm really happy with where I am. I managed to do 10,000 words yesterday. Holy crap. What? 10,000 a day. That's incredible. I know that Mandy Lynn also hosts a 10K a day and the Courtney Project hosts a 10K a day. And I know the Courtney Project's one this month and the next one I think are like pick your own 10K days kind of thing, which is really cool. So maybe that's what I should try. Maybe I should do that too. I had been for a while I've been doing these really huge writing experiments. And I kind of like burned myself out of doing like 24-hour write-a-thons and all sorts of stuff like that. But also, I could probably shoot for 10K a day. You're making me think about this. Maybe that's what I'll do. We'll see. All right. Let's see. I saw a message that I missed. Let's see. It was supposed to be a second because I'm vlogging 6-hour write-a-thon today. Woo! Yay for 6-hour write-a-thons. See, I feel like 6 is something I could be more into again. I feel like a 6 is a solid one. That's awesome. Yeah, I totally did plan. I joked with Brooke that I'm piggybacking off of her usual write books with Brooke on Wednesday thing. And I was like, I'm going to do that right after you. So, yeah, for real, it is hard. I mean, it's kind of like NaNoWriMo in itself is a marathon, but then doing those in a day it just feels so long sometimes. Yay, first time doing NaNoWriMo. Well, you know what? I figure in honor of that, we should do our first writing sprint. So the question's going to be, how long do we want to sprint for? I take suggestions, let me know. I also then pick random numbers, so we'll see. This is a collaborative effort to come up with how long we're going to sprint for. Let me see. I'm having to switch back and forth between the YouTube site and StreamYard. Though I do really like StreamYard, so. Alrighty. Okay, hold on, Craze. Here's the thing. I can't do the long sprints, especially not with the warm-up period. I don't know that I can do 30 minutes of a sprint. I wish I could. Maybe that should be one of my other goals this NaNoWriMo is like to work up to that long of a sprint. Let's see. Okay, I'm seeing some 7s. I saw someone saying a 13-minute warm-up. And you guys know I love 13 minutes. Ooh, another good option. Okay, you know what? I'm feeling it, Wrath. This is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna share my screen. And then we're gonna set this to 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let me double check that y'all can see that. And I will switch to the first sprint. Okay, guys, I'm about to press the button. If I can find the button. All right, start. Oh my gosh. Ah, panic. Okay. Let's see. How did you guys do? I, you know, I managed 204 words, which is not the best I've done in a sprint of that time, but I really like what I came up with. I actually started off on the wrong track and it took me a little bit of like thinking to correct it to move the other way, but I'm feeling solid about it. I really like it. And this is the part of the beginning before or like during their journey to the capital that I hadn't written yet. So I'm just trying to fill in these pockets and make sure all of the pockets go together. It's the one downside of skipping around is that I have to make everything cohesive after. But I'm happy with it. 204 words. Let's see. Not awesome. I got 488. They're not good words. You know what? Here's the thing. We should discuss this, right? I feel like during NaNoWriMo, I can never tell. Sometimes I go between like two extremes where I'm both like really easy on myself, where I'm like, all of the words are great because you got them. And then really hard on myself where I'm like, even if these were pretty good words, I'd be like, they're trash. Everything's trash. It's fine. So, you know what? You might look back at it later and be like, you know what? 200 of them were good words. Or you got a really cool idea from it. So that's how I have to like recalibrate my brain each time, because normally I try and like waffle between these two. 200 words to a scene, woohoo! 208. The struggle is very real. Yes, I can fix it later. The writing mantra. I should fix that now. The editing mantra. That's so true. I really get sucked into the I don't know if this is true for a lot of writers. I get sucked into the I can fix it later a lot more than the I should fix it now. So having to like change up how I'm doing stuff during revision, because even during revision and editing, I'll want to be like, oh, I'll just come back to that if it's too hard at the time, and I'll skip to something else to fix. But then when I circle back to that thing, I'm like, I really wish I would have fixed this sooner. No. Here's the thing. I love NaNoWriMo, obviously, but for some people, the way they write is just really tinkering as they go along. And if it works for you, it works for you. The key is figuring out if it doesn't actually work for you and like trying to fix that. But writing's just hard. Writing's hard. Yay, congrats, Alex. 324 is awesome. I am Emma. Don't you start with me about timeline errors. I feel you so much. There you go. I hate rewriting. Like telling myself that I can fix things later while writing and drafting is so much easier to me than editing. It's interesting because I enjoy the zero draft process where I'm just going. But what I really like is the like first and second draft process. Like as much as I'm complaining about having to like fill in the gaps, I think it's the most fun kind of writing because I feel like I'm finally getting the story all together. And then the next draft where I'm taking that story and making it better is so much fun to me. The kind of editing that I'm not a super fan of is when I'm in like the 5th or 6th round where it's still edits that need to be fixed, but it's just so monotonous because I've reread the story so many times at that point, and I'm just like, why? Why? Let's see. Making sure. Going between both sides. Let's see. I saw someone asked if anyone had any spare plot bunnies. I always think that's funny. Do y'all have any kind of plot that you've kind of abandoned in favor of going somewhere else? And do you want to recommend someone else take it? Share your plot bunnies. Let's see. Momo-chan says, I like writing clean, which is why I write so slow. It irks me when I'm not at least content with whatever I write. I can completely understand that. I try and reformat it where it's like, even if I know that they're not the best words, it's actually really good for the story. So I'm being fulfilled in that way to fix it. But I mean, I have friends that can't do my zero draft method, and I couldn't do their method. So I get that for sure. Alice asks, do you ever doubt if your writing is even good after you've read it like 6 or 7 times and it just starts to lose all meaning to you? Yes, that is why those later edits are my least favorite, because at that point I get really into questioning if it's even working. It's a really weird thing where it's like 4th, 5th draft where I'm finalizing a lot of stuff, but potentially still bigger stuff or like subplots or like a character arc, just like really nailing it and fixing the words. I'm like, this is great, this is great. But on the 7th or 8th time or the 9th time, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know if it's working anymore because I've reread it so much. Like, I know all the beats exactly now, which is why I try and have like those 2-month breaks between drafts. But even then, it gets so hard. Like, when I was trying to get Project Purple ready for beta readers, I had to reread that so many times in order to see if the scene that I'd fit in at the end was working or not. And I was like, I can't tell. I can't tell. I wanted to be able to tell before I sent it to people, but I've reread it so much that I can't tell. And it was just the worst. I think it fits, but also I'm still in that I just think. I don't know. I think it does. I don't know. Stephanie, I'm sitting here looking at an empty chapter page. The cursor is yelling at me to start. I tell it, hush, I am drinking coffee. That's so funny. I do totally sometimes when I'm staring at the blank screen and I just have my mug, I imagine, a little weird, I sometimes imagine if like the document's looking back at me and it's like, you fool, you're not writing, you're just sitting there thinking. And I'm just like, I can feel the judgment from the blank screen, I think is what I'm saying. And I'm just like, rude. Let's see. That's smart. Cheyenne says, I love zero draftings, but I outline as I go so I can still go into rewrites and revisions with an outline of what I have and where things need to improve. So I think that's really smart. I think my method is slowly evolving into something like that too, where I take outline notes as I go, because I do try and fix myself as I go, but it helps to actually like create a set outline so that I can see it easier later. So I'm trying to do something similar to you in the future. So I feel that. Let's see. All right. I think it is time to do another sprint. How many minutes are we thinking? I also love Regina's theory that naps count as writing if you are plotting while you lie there. That's what I'm going to tell myself in the future. It is hard because it's, so much of writing a novel is all of this other work that we can't quantify besides just the words on the page. But also that it doesn't feel like it sometimes, but I like that. Next time I'm taking a nap, I'll be like, if I had a dream about my story, I did work. Let's see. I'm seeing a lot of 17 minutes. Unfortunately, I can't do a 1771. Or are you saying like 71 out of 100 to get a percentage of the seconds? This is too tough for me. Charlotte, I'm totally doing yours at the end. That'll be our final sprint, is 11:06 because it's the date. I think that's genius. Okay, you know what? I'm seeing so many 17 minutes. We're going to ramp up to a 17:17. And then we'll keep going, maybe a 22:22 next if we're feeling it. Okay, let me get my timer. Oh my gosh, I feel so disorganized. Okay. Oh crap. I forgot that I have to share the screen first. That would be smart, wouldn't it? If I just started the sprint without y'all. I was like, too bad. All right, let's see if y'all can see that. Okay, yay. And start. 17:17, guys. All right, that is it. Whew, how did you guys do this sprint? I went back to color coding my sprint sessions. I haven't done anything like this in a while, so I haven't needed to color code them so that I could tell you guys how much I'd written. Let me see. I got 212, which is about what I got last time, even with more time. That happens sometimes. Let's see. Oh, hi, Brooke. I see her here. I don't know when she came in, but hello. Oh, there we go. Yay! Oh, from work. Let's see how people did. Brooke hosted her own live streams this morning, so she has already been crushing it. Let's see. Nikki got 215, Paige got 321, 262. Yay, Charlotte, congrats on finishing your vlog. Leah asked, does anyone else lose track of weather? I just realized that my main character is wearing a thin pulse. Yes, I have had to do that. Also, when I have all of my timeline errors, what happens is that what once worked for the timeline, like they're in heavy coats in November, doesn't work when I backtrack it all the way to September or to July, but I forget that I've done that. Oh my gosh, it's a mess. Yes, I lose track of the weather all the time. I'll lose track of the weather in individual scenes, especially when I'm zero drafting. I'm like, it was so hot and like very windy. And then later I'm like, oh, and there's also a cold front coming in or something. And I'm just like, no, pick one. For real, yes. Laura got 367. Oh, yay! Julie's just crushing it. She also joined Brooke's live stream and got over 2,000 words for the day. Holy crap, way to go, Julie. Let's see. Beth got 315. Yes. Okay, yeah, Julia. Julia says, oh my gosh, yes, my characters are traveling for 4 months through a forest. The weather and clothing is really the worst thing to track. For real. Also, any kind of like survival-based story that I'll have sometimes, I forget what they would need and also what I can take away from them to make it harder, but also they should still have enough to make it. Like sometimes like if it was a forest scene, I'd be like, and they lost one of their shoes, and that would be terrible. But also like then I'll make them lose other stuff, and then I'm like, no one would survive this. Like, I need to reel myself back in. Let's see. First sprint got 646. Way to go. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Yay. I will look up your podcast. Ooh, I'm very interested. I love podcasts. I'm obsessed with podcasts. Let's see. 363, 734 for the 2 sprints. Woo! Way to go! Let's see. 235. You guys are doing so good. All right, I'm gonna make sure I save my document. So think I'm gonna make today like a big backup my documents day, because I've had 2 friends now who've told me that their computers have just like crapped out on them, and that is my biggest fear during NaNoWriMo. So this is gonna be the reminder to all of you guys to also make sure you're backing up your documents, because there's just nothing more disheartening than losing your stories. So make sure you back up your docs. Let's see. And then in other YouTube-y news, I know that NaNoWriMo, like the actual site, has their own YouTube channel. And I think they're doing a really huge thing for Double Up Donation Day. So I think they're going to be live streaming like all day. I think that's the 9th. But we'll have to look that up later. But anyways, if you want to like do stuff with people who are like maybe a little bit away from AuthorTube and more like NaNoWriMo, check them out. Yeah. So you got Dropbox options. I use a lot of Google Drive options. Yes. Save them everywhere. Yes, Kat. Yes. All right. Let's see. Oh, well, happy early birthday. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I hope you're doing something fun. Oh my gosh, so many birthdays. What the heck is happening? I guess November, I mean. Okay, I like that. I emailed myself a PDF of my story. Yes, that's probably a good idea too. Yes. Oh, yay, I'm so glad. I really like them. I like participating in them. I know someone, I think both my friend Jessica Williamson and then Caro Brown, I think, have been coming up with live stream like calendars for people and trying to get all of everyone's live streams on one place. So I think you should be able to check Twitter or something like that for like AuthorTube live streams. There's so much going on in November, which I love because this is the time I need them the most. Yes, find that thumb drive. Let's see. Also, I saw some people talking about the stretching and yoga, and I'm really curious if any of y'all, other than yoga with Adrian, who I am definitely going to be doing more of, what y'all do to kind of maybe as a reminder to work on your posture or anything. I'd be super curious. I feel like a work in progress. I am a work in progress. But also, especially with just taking better care of myself, because today's the first day I'm back from the trip since I flew in last night. And so I'm trying to keep it on my mind that as soon as this ends, I'm going to do my yoga. And I think that will help a lot. So another reminder for y'all, if you're also doing the yoga and stuff, if you have time. Let's see. Oh, Haley, that's so smart. Ooh, okay. Maybe I can do that too. I feel like part of my problem is actually that my desk is quite high. And so I don't think I have any of the exercise balls that are like, my arms would be doing something funky, but I can always find another exercise ball. So that might be something worth considering. When I worked corporate, that's what I would do. I had a little exercise ball instead of a chair, and I would keep it under the other portion of my desk so that I could switch out. Look at all this exercise ball love. Yeah, that's so smart. Let's see. I do legs up the wall when I know it's going to be a long one. Is that like a handstand up against the wall? Or what? I have questions. Legs up, like walking backwards up the wall? Or is it like a squat against the wall where it's like you're at this kind of position? Like a wall sit? I did gymnastics as a kid, but from, like a really young age to about like just before I was a teenager. So that's where all of my basic knowledge is. I think I can still get a back tuck on the trampoline, and I'm really good at handstands still, but that's about it. I have like no flexibility with my legs. Oh, lying back with legs up. Okay, I can see that. That would be really smart too. Also was not an option of the three I gave. So I didn't get it at all. Let's see. Have I thought about using my couch as a desk and using an exercise ball? That I have not, but that would be smart. I don't have to be at my desk. I also, even though I love my dual monitor, I think I'm trying to get a little bit more away from using it because it is one of those where I'm doing this kind of thing a lot, like during this live stream. So, that would definitely be an option. Okay, so yeah, I was completely wrong. I like that. That sounds great. Okay, I'll try that too. I have so many options. Oh my gosh, what? That sounds hysterical. If y'all have any other fun stories in your story, about your story, a scene you've written in your story, I would be happy to hear about them. Or I usually ask y'all for your favorite or least favorite line, but if you want to like kind of go through your documents as we're writing, let me know if you have one of those. I'll try and keep track of the many terrible typos I do and share them with y'all. But all right, okay, I think it is time. Oh, hello. This is the cool thing about the internet, because I'm in Texas and you're in Sweden, and something about that still blows my mind. Okay. This is my final question, and then we'll spread, I promise. Do I have any tips for writers in school? I really need help. Are you in middle, high school, university, college? You know what? I started participating in NaNoWriMo when I was in middle school. But I don't think I have any tips for writers in school. I was terrible or great, depending on how you want to think about it. And I totally just had like a notebook, and I would write my story in one section of the notebook and then flip to the other side when I needed to take real notes. And I just tried to get away with it that way so that the teacher wouldn't notice, and also other students wouldn't ask me about my stories. So, you know, I totally recommend you paying attention in class. That's important. But also, that's not what I did. Lee's favorite line, she virused him. Not sure what I was doing with that one. When you can't think of the word you're looking for, you just make up on the school stuff. I have made stuff into verbs so often. When I don't know how else to explain it, or my brain's being dumb at the time, I just make one of the words into a verb. And I'm like, this makes sense. This is how sentences work. So I totally feel you. That's so funny. Okay. Yes. Don't skip homework to work on your novel. Yes. Do good in school, kids. Let's see. Okay, I described my character as a vigilante investigator and then got distracted by the mental image of Sherlock Holmes in a cheap superhero costume. That's amazing. That's great. I feel like you should have that somewhere as inspiration. Can we Photoshop Sherlock Holmes with a cape? Okay, for real this time, we're gonna start the sprint. So I'm gonna do 22 minutes this time. Let me share my timer. And we're going to change this. So I think I've set it up so that by the time we are done with this sprint and one other one, we will have over an hour of sprinting in. So we're doing good, you guys. Okay, make this big and start. We did it. How did you guys do? I passed the 9,000 word mark, which meant I got another word in my 1,000th word sentence. And that word, drumroll, was choose. Choose. So had outright again, legs mission themselves, that canteen choose. I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh man, oh man. But I feel like I did really good that last sprint, and I've gotten over 1,000 words for our entire write-in. So hopefully, you know, I won't have too much to get the rest of the day. But I have so much I need to catch up on, so it's fine, it's fine. Let's see how you guys did. Look at that, 628, a little over 400, 513, 394. Cass says only 289 this time. That's all right, that's still awesome, Cass. Let's see. Holy crap, 453 and over 2,000 for the day, way to go. I do these sporadically. I'm really terrible at doing things on a regular basis or like having a set day, just especially because I was traveling so much. But I'll put something somewhere, maybe on the community tab, to let y'all know for the ones I do have set times on. Yeah. Cassidy, we're going to do one more final sprint. We're going to chat a little bit, and then the final sprint will be an 11-minute and 6-minute sprint in honor of today's date. Some of y'all I know are actually on 11:07 potentially, but it's fine. We're going to do 11:06. Let's see. Holy crap, 171 words. I just passed 8,000 words for my story. First time doing NaNoWriMo. I'm from Norway. Writing in English is a challenge. Oh, I'm so curious. What made you decide to write in English for your novel? That's awesome, though. Congratulations on passing 8,000 words. Look at that. 413, better than last time. 680 for the day, nearly 12,000 total. Holy crap, way to go. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Christine. Migraines are just the worst. So I feel you. I'm so sorry. I know. That's so true. Yeah, our formatting's a little different. But you know what? This just means more sprinting. Maybe next time I do a sprint, I'll start with the British version or the rest of the world version, and then I'll finish on the American version and do something fun. Okay, I'm from Sweden and I always choose to write in English. That's so interesting. Is there like a particular reason? I say that as someone who cannot speak another language. So I saw someone ask, where was this? Haha, have you pulled a tarot card for your project? I just did and got Ace of Swords. Ooh, interesting. I have not yet. I have been pulling an oracle card. This is from the one that Becca got me for my survival kit. I've been pulling that, but not for my story yet. So maybe that's something that I can do because I have 2 oracle card decks. I don't actually have the tarot card decks, but I'm thinking of just getting myself, oh crap, what's this? I'm not going to say standard, but what's the typical one called? I'm blanking on it, but I'm going to see if I can find that. And then that way I can learn a little bit more about it. I feel like I'm still in this like learning about tarot and oracle. Let's see. Okay, I write in English because I feel some stories are just better told in that language. I also write in Spanish sometimes. That is so interesting. Thank you. Yes, writer weight. I can totally see that because you want it to be read by a lot of people. It does make sense since, you know, English is just kind of if it's not the first, it's the secondary language for a lot of people. I could see that. So much of what we do, I think, is wanting our stories to be read by others or appreciated or loved by others. So I completely understand that. There's an app for it. Ooh. Should I try that? Write in Greek and English. Man, see, all of this just reminds me how much I need to get back into Spanish. I said that when I went to Quebec City in Canada, I realized how much Spanish I actually knew because I can get around. Like if I go to Mexico or something, I can get around. But when I was there, even though almost everyone speaks English, but it's just like I want to be able to communicate in like the main language. But I realized I cannot speak like any French or Canadian French or anything. I was just so lost. Also, yeah, this is the truest thing. Sometimes I don't think my words are in English either. All right. You know what though? I know we just finished the other sprint, but I think I'm ready for a final one. Also, Owl Crate coffee. Is that coffee that you got from Owl Crate? Like the book box? Or is there a brand of coffee called Owl Crate? I have questions. Yeah, y'all know my love of coffee. Nah, pick all the languages. That's what I think. Write with Google Translate, open a lot. English my first language, but there are some words I only know in French. Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah. Look at, oh my gosh, so many people. I'd like to write in German because I'm learning it, but my knowledge is too limited. Yeah. Usually write in Italian, but I sometimes switch to English or Spanish. They made us study at least 2 languages in school and I want to maintain them. Yeah, for real. I think that's incredible. While I did take years of Spanish being in Texas, I was not very good at it at the time. I think part of it was because I used to live in Las Vegas, and I moved, like mostly in high school to Texas. And I feel like I was a little bit behind, so I didn't have like the basics down before I was in those classes. So I Spanish was always kind of a struggle. But I mean, so many people speak Spanish here in San Antonio that you really do. You just kind of get some of it, though I could hardly count that as me maintaining it. Okay, all right. I'm going to try and figure out how to set this up again because I constantly forget to do that. Let's go ahead and set the Google timer. And we're going to do the 11:06 to celebrate today's date. This is going to be our final sprint, fourth and final sprint. So, without further ado, let's start. time. All right, you guys, that was the final sprint. How did you do? I don't know that I did as much that time, but I did do some reshuffling on my timeline, so it wasn't words necessarily, but you know, it was still work. 260 for this sprint. Way to go. I'm actually going to go and update my NaNoWriMo website if the site will let me. I'm now at 9,218 words. How's my progress looking? I think I did good. I think I got it. I think that's it. I'll see if I can add some of y'all later today. Oh man. Me too, Joy. I think I am going to take a nap this afternoon. I don't think I got home till closer to midnight. And so getting up earlier to do this live stream was, I'm tired. But I'm really glad I got some words in. For me, you know, it's before 9:30 a.m. Like, that's awesome. If I kind of try to have my NaNoWriMo words in before noon, and then I let noon be my other stories, creative outlets, etc. Let's see. Around 300, way to go. Yay, wrote a bit over 2,000 during this live stream. That is awesome. 1,995 this live stream. Yes, you guys. I got 1,153 this live stream. Yay, congratulations on reaching 12,000. Look at you guys, you did so good. That's awesome. Let me pull up my spreadsheet. So I think I mentioned I have a YouTube spreadsheet. So I was trying to see, the next time I will be live streaming will actually be on this Friday, but I will be on Becca's channel. And then Saturday, I think I'll be on my channel. And then Sunday, I think I'll be on Jess's channel. I'm going to come up with a little graphic so I can tell y'all when I'm going to be doing stuff. But yeah, and then also on Sunday, the live stream, Jess and I are doing our AuthorTube chat. And we're going to be talking about people we're thankful for on AuthorTube. I'm really excited. I was putting together my list of people, and it's so long. But anyways, I guess we're just going to be trying to hype people up. And just chatting about what AuthorTube means to us. So if you guys want to join that and just like chat for a bit, if you want a little bit of a break from NaNoWriMo, that's what we'll be doing on Sunday. And also, as always, let me know in the comments, either here or if you want them to stay like in the actual comments of the video rather than the chat. If you are vlogging, if you've joined AuthorTube recently, any of that stuff, I'm always looking to find new AuthorTubers. I still kind of randomly peruse the AuthorTube newbie tag video. So my live streams are not always the same time. I try and switch it up so that people in different time zones can participate. But also, I'm really bad again at figuring out a set system. So I don't know. Who knows what they'll be. Yay, okay, we got some newbies here. Hooray! So yeah, just let us all know. Let me know in the comments, and then I can find you guys. Yay! Join us, Joy! It's so much fun. I totally get it. It is scary at first to like put yourself on camera or on the screen. But I mean, it took me a while to get comfortable with it. Y'all can see I still have my really old videos up where I was clearly not as comfortable. So it's all kinds of, you know, it's something that you get better at. And I always try and look at it as just me chronicling my own journey. And if I just think of it that way, it really helps a lot. So it's a lot of fun. Yay! You are so welcome, RAA. I think that is going to be it for me. I need to get some more coffee and some more water. I am out. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun. This was a great way for me to kick off my day. And yeah, I will see y'all very soon. I'll see y'all tomorrow with a video, and I will see y'all soon on all of those live streams. So be on the lookout. I post on Instagram And then I'll try and make an infographic on the community tab of YouTube so that it'll be set somewhere. But okay, thanks guys, bye!